Hi everyone, this is Brett Cenkus. I'm a business lawyer and I am the Startup Shepherd. I do a little bit of startup consulting out of that brand, out of my business law practice. I do mergers and acquisitions, capital raising, and I do partner and founder structuring in disputes. You recently downloaded my book, Partner Proofing Your Partnership. Thank you for doing that. If you haven't read it, give it a read. It's a short, quick read, but it's got some valuable information in it. I've got a lot of good feedback since I put it out there, some of which was, we need more. We need you to go a little bit deeper. It's hard to cover in a 50 or 60 page ebook the level of detail you might want on a certain topic. And, I try and put stories and real world examples in it. It's a book, right? It doesn't always spring to life, let's say. So I decided to put together a series of short videos where we're going to go a little bit deeper on the concepts that are in the book. If you haven't read it yet, it's okay. We're going to hit the concepts with enough of this kind of surface level stuff so you'll know what we're dealing with. And if you have read the book, this is going to give you a little bit more meat on the bone. We're going to dig in a little bit further and sort of grapple with these issues at a more fundamental level, applying them in the real world. And so this week, as I was planning this intro video, I had two new client meetings about partner-founder disputes. In both situations, the companies are, reasonably successful beyond kind of small business level. One of them has 4 founders in it. One has 2. One has a lot of paperwork. One has none. By the way, if you have no partner-founder agreement, that is something you need to do. So give me a call about that. It's a lot of what I do. But what's common about both these situations is there's a real disconnect between what my client, who in each case is one of the founders, believes he is bringing to the table and what the others apparently think they're bringing to the table. So there's a real disconnect between who's pulling the weight here, okay, which is quite common. In both of these cases, part of my job is to read through what's there. Well, in the one that has contracts, the other one doesn't even, but to understand and help advise about the lay of the land legally. But in both cases, it's also to figure out, okay, practically, how do we get to where we need to go from here? Right? Neither of these situations, even though they're both reasonably successful businesses, is there enough money to litigate. Litigation is extremely expensive and time-consuming, and it's a lose-lose all around. People joke that the lawyers are the only ones who win in litigation, but I don't even know if they really do it. It just, everyone is so unhappy at the end of the day. It's why I hardly ever do it. But I will help do mediations and things kind of on the front end and try and keep people out of litigation. So in both these cases, my job is to sit down and help plan what are our options? What are our best alternatives given what we've got? Sometimes it's the better bad choice, but how can we get to where you need to go? Where do you want to go? To my client, and helping them just navigate this world. And I realized that what I'm doing here is partly being a business lawyer, partly applying my years of business experience. I've got a career outside of law, and partly just trying to understand with some degree of impartiality what the other founders are thinking. How do we navigate this world? So it's quasi-legal, quasi-business, quasi-just relational. And that's really why I wrote the book. There's a lot of information online. You can read other people telling you why you want to vest your equity, why you need a partner-founder agreement, the benefits of a 50-50 partnership versus a 49-51. There's a lot of information out there. The lens through which I see this, I believe, is unique. It's unique because I have a career in business outside of law. It's unique because, I've got that business lawyer hat. And then it's unique because I bring a very relational approach to this stuff. Sometimes it's a little squishy and makes people a little bit uncomfortable. But in the end, a lot of times we don't have a fundamentally, purely legal problem on our hands. We have a relationship problem. And that's what we need to figure out. So that's what you're going to get in these videos. You're going to get a mix of just hardcore legal nuts and bolts concepts. You're going to get some business experience, and you're going to get a really healthy dose of the relationship side of things. Human motivators. If you do this, what's your partner going to be thinking? Stuff like that. We'll tackle all of that. We'll do in a series of short videos. If you've read the book, or if you do read it and you've got some questions about it and want to see me go deeper on some of those topics, email me. Check me out online at cenkuslaw.com, and we're still putting together this series. So there's still opportunity to address things that are on your mind about it. In the end, this is all about making your business partnerships much more effective and much more successful. The data is out there. Noah Wasserman, he's a Harvard Business School professor, wrote a book called The Founder's Dilemma. And in it, he said over 65% of businesses fail because of founder conflict. At the same time, the data is out there that you're more likely to be successful. You're more likely to go further. It's easier to get money. There's a lot of reasons that you want partners. And plus, it's just hard. The journey of starting something up is just, you're up one day and down the next, and it's really nice to have other people along for the ride. But you do have a risk when you've got a multi-founder startup or business that solos don't have. And that's that your partnership itself, your dynamic with your partner, can derail the whole thing. So that's what we're going to attack. We're going to attack in a series of short videos. I want to hear from you if you've got something on your mind. The first video, we're going to tackle a topic that if you only listen to one of my videos, if you only bring one thing to your partnership, and you're not intentional about anything else, but you bring this one thing into the partnership, you are going to be okay. So stay tuned for that video. Thanks.